Recently, Anthropic have quietly launched a platform called Anthropic Academy, which is their official learning platform for cloud. So this week, I spent the week trying to analyze the courses, and in this video, I'll tell you which courses I would recommend to which target audience and what you'll learn from it. Because honestly, there are a lot of AI courses out there, and even Anthropic Academy, it provides at least like 5 or 10 of courses, but it's pretty rare to see the courses that help you out. Let's look into it.
The first course I want to share is a Cloud Code in Action. This one is very developer focused. As you can see, we're learning about the cloud code, not the cloud. So if you're building with cloud or thinking about integrating into your workflow, this is probably the most useful course on the platform, and for the people who want to start a vibe coding using a cloud code. It begins with very fundamental question about what is cloud code, what is coding assistant, and how to set up cloud code. And if you're wondering how I should be installing Cloud Code, then this would be a good guidance for you. It walks you through what kind of installed command line that you should be using it. And one thing I found particularly interesting about this course is that it goes through how you should be doing a context management and do practical things like custom commands, MCP servers, or GitHub integration. If you go into how to do a context management, you'll be able to pick up many different useful tips, like how to use this init command or what are the roles of this CloudMD, and how can you mention files, what kind of file references you can do in Cloud Code. And another thing they mention, which you would find it quite useful if you're planning to use Cloud Code, is about how to interrupt the cloud when it goes to the wrong direction. Another thing is about the context management comments. This will save your tokens while you're using Cloud Code, like compact, clear. It's very handy commands when you put your hands on a Cloud Code. And also they give you guidance about the MCP servers and a GitHub integration. If you're a developer or a future promising Vibe coder, please take a look. The second course is Cloud 101, which is much more beginner friendly. As the name suggests, it's basically an introduction to how cloud works and how to use the main features effectively. It also starts with very basic question, what is cloud? This is for the people who keep asking questions like, what is cloud? Can you explain it to me? But instead of that, I recommend watching this video. So this course explains things in a cloud desktop interface about the tools, about the skills, about the artifacts. It walks you through examples of how you can work with cloud. For example, it shows you examples such as, how can you leverage the cloud skills section? You can enable it by tapping through these buttons. And then you can use the examples such as create an Excel spreadsheet tracking monthly expenses with formula and totals. Just like this, I got an impression that this is more like a course trying to tell people this is the right way, this is the practical way of using cloud. So if you've ever opened Cloud and wondered what some of the features actually do, this course explains it pretty clearly. For experienced users, I would say it'll feel a little basic, but if you're new to Cloud, this is a great starting point. The third course is AI Fluency, Framework, and Foundations. This one is quite different from the other two because it focuses less on the tool and more on how to think about using AI effectively. This course introduces a simple framework called a 4D framework about defining AI fluency framework, delegation, description, discernment, and description. Diligence. This course introduces a simple framework for evaluating AI use cases and understanding where AI can actually add value. It's definitely a lot more conceptual, but I think it's useful for teams adopting AI or for people thinking how AI should fit into their work in a responsible and structured way.
Let me make a summary about the things that I've talked about. So which one should you take? If you're a developer or a Vibe coder, start with a Cloud Code in Action. If you're new to cloud entirely, you have absolutely no idea what the cloud is about, Cloud 101 is a good point. Install the cloud desktop and try to follow what the course is guiding you through. And if you're thinking about the AI adoption inside team or organization, the AI Fluency course is surprisingly helpful because it focuses on the bigger picture rather than just the tools. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by these courses, quality video, and the instructions they have listed out. Since these courses are free, they're definitely worth checking out if you want to learn more about cloud. I'll leave the links of the courses below that you can take a look and spend your time learning about different AI tutorials. I'm also thinking about making a deeper video about the cloud code workflows, how to implement the cloud, but I'm not sure you'll be interested. So please leave me a comment if there are particular workflows or the way you can do to implement cloud, please let me know. I'll share more about the AI trends and how I learn AI as a machine learning engineer. And please leave me a comment or like and subscribe if you love it. And thank you for my subscribers for following my video.